there is so much oil in there. Wow, yeah, there is oil everywhere. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, man. This was the cap right here where it came out?
I put a securement zip tie on there just to be safe till we get home.
Yeah. Look at that oil going on, man. What's up, man?
Not much.
Thank you for coming by. Dude, this is looking like a project for us. So you got engine oil on this thing, basically, not hydraulic fluid.
No, engine oil, yep.
Dude, this is a mess.
Yeah.
This thing, they got everywhere.
Yep. I was shocked to see it on the highest part of the trailer all the way down.
Wow. All the way down, yeah, you ain't kidding. I've got the perfect soap for it, man. Heavy Duty is gonna do the trick.
I was thinking, I've used that in the past for cleaning frame and stuff like that with grease on it and stuff. I was hoping that would be what would work.
I think it will be, yeah. Just to make things interesting. So what I'm thinking we'll do today is that we've got this new garden hose foamer in from MTM Hydro, and it looks like a really nice option. So I wanna put the Heavy Duty straight in it and just see how strong it goes on and see if it gets the work done. Let's handle the trailer first.
Yep.
And then do you mind detaching it and getting just the cab in here?
Yeah, no, we can do that, yeah. I just kind of wiped with some microfibers, but you could see it was up in here.
You can still kind of see some oil residue in there too.
Definitely.
I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can definitely see it in real life that there's like oiliness on there. You can feel it. So we'll get that all off of there. Check this thing out, man. I'm excited to try this thing out. I've never seen a good garden hose foamer in my life. So this is interesting. So MTM Hydro has always had that thin opening, bottle for their foamer, and this is like the same bottle except it's wide mouth, and it looks like it's quarter turn. And this comes with this too. This is nice. Quick connects for your hose. What I'm thinking is we'll put some Heavy Duty right into this thing straight up, and just see how if it can go on strong enough to do the work. Wow. Look at that. Now they just need to do that to their foam cannon,
Right, yeah.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 0. And then it starts over again. I'm gonna go to 5.
5 would be heaviest.
I wish it went to 11, man. That's what I'm looking for. Because we're doing like engine oil and stuff, I mean, I imagine this is gonna cut a little bit. It's gonna probably cut, let's say 25 to 1. So I want to use Heavy Duty real strong as a degreaser. So I'm just going to put it straight in here and just, I'm not sure what this dilutes to, but we could even do some math and just kind of time it and see how much soap we use over the course of a minute and divide that by the 3.5 gallons per minute that we're using on the power washer. And then that'll tell us how much, what ratio we're getting out of the thing. So I think this will be a pretty good tool for us today. I just wanted to try something new. And it'll be just a good, quick way to get a large surface area coated. And it might go on pretty strong, I don't know. We'll find out. Let's put some Heavy Duty in this thing.
It's crazy to see like an actual dirty truck.
I know, it actually is, right? I couldn't tell at first because it's all wet, so but it is actually, look at it right down here. We got a lot of the oil here, but I guess, Adam, you're saying there's a bunch of like oil inside the...
Yeah, under like along the frame. And it laid up on top of the battery box and was running down last night. Parked with the good side showing.
I just want to do a quick measurement and see what ratio we're getting out of this thing. So here we go. Let's hook this thing up and time it. This will be nice to work with too, because we won't have to listen to the power washer blasting while we're working. Yeah, see, these are the same quick connects that I use right now anyway. Yeah, so we'll just, you'd probably want to use like a squeeze trigger on this thing, but we have this old school lever here that will just crank on and off. Here you go, you ready?
Yep, go ahead.
Oh, might as well put it on there while we're waiting.
Yeah.
What do you think of the foam, guys? Come on, it's as good as a garden hose is gonna get.
Right, yeah, that's it.
That's a minute?
Yep.
All right, so we used a little over 16 ounces. We'll say 18 ounces. So now what we gotta do, we'll take this off and we'll fill a bucket and we'll measure how long that takes. And we gotta do it with this nozzle on there to replicate the amount of like flow once it's constricted here. So hold on to that. Yep. Is it already working?
Yeah, you can see it.
You can see the line for it.
Well, that's actually, yeah, you're right. That's like working really well.
I had a feeling it would work really well.
Let's find out how strong it's going on. So give us a timer again here, Adam. We get our scientific measurement in here and we'll find out what we're doing for a ratio. Because I want to know, because that's working really well, and like it's good for us to know what's a great ratio to get the job done in this situation,
A minute.
All right, we didn't use very much. So 6 quarts versus ounces. What's 6 quarts in ounces? 192. All right, so 192 divided by 16 ounces, 12. Damn, we're doing 12 to 1 out of that thing. Wow, okay, so let's try it one more time over a minute. We have 14 ounces left. All right, you ready to time it? We're gonna put it to 1. Still looks pretty foamy.
Yeah, it does.
And we're getting a head start on the work while we're doing our tests.
Right.
So that's not a bad thing. You can deal with that.
One pro is it's quiet.
It's so quiet. I don't think we can get the work done up here though.
Put your thumb over it.
See if we can get up there. Ah, it's coming out. All right, that's not gonna work. Now let's look at the measurement. It slowed it way down. I'm trying to hold it level. Let's see. I think we used 4 ounces. So now we're at 192 divided by 4. 48.
45, 48, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's a pretty good range for that.
Yeah, well, I was surprised how strong it went on there. Let me dry myself off a little bit here, and then let's use the...
You're gonna freeze.
I know, it's like a little cold out now. We'll use that on the engine, but I think we're gonna have to use our normal foamers to get up top. So we'll just put some heavy duty in this straight, same thing.
So those are a newer style foamer.
These are like really, really inexpensive. That's the perk with these. So let's fire this one up. What we'll do is we'll just put this all over the whole thing. I've got these telescoping brushes here, man. Right here. So you can just break this collar free like this.
Yep.
And then they do bottom out, so you don't have to worry about them pulling out.
I'm a well-experienced operator.
You're a well-experienced operator?
Since I was about 5 years old,
all right,
6 years old.
Yeah. So we did 12 to 1 here, and then we kept going. You can see we did it here at that lower strength. So 48 to 1 did not get the work done, really. I mean, you could probably brush it out of there, but that worked pretty good. It's just like...
It's almost touchless.
Yeah, it does. It seems like it might be.
So here, we'll get this adapter in place, and I can put the foam cannon straight on this one. Yeah, so this is 12 to 1 in here, roughly, because we've put it in undiluted and cranked the knob out, and I think these cannons max out at about 12 to 1. So this we can get reached. Let's try it out. You ready?
The foam on these are very impressive.
It's very impressive foam. Look at that grease in there. You can see it all. It's like running right out. So if you had one thing that crossed my mind when this first came up, I didn't realize it was engine oil, and I'm sure this is a good idea to rinse this off too, but hydraulic fluid, when that explodes, it seems like it's a big emergency. Is that right?
I think just because of always with the volume, because they're under such pressure and stuff.
Well, it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's a mess. I was curious if there was like any negative effects over time or something with hydraulic fluid. I wasn't sure if that was a thing or not.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I was curious. Maybe somebody in the comments could tell us. The comment section is all knowing, you know?
That's what I'm told.
I only rinse bottom to top when I'm doing the touchless wash, because that's when you're scrubbing the soaps around, you're replacing the physical contact. But once you've brushed something, you might as well rinse it top down. Come on over here and check this out, man. See all that, see how the water is just on there? You know what I'm after. We need to fix that, man.
We need some snake oil.
Have you ever tried snake oil, Adam?
I have it on all my vehicles in my truck, but I don't.
You don't have it on this?
The trailer, no.
Well, it's on the house, man. Let's put it on there. 'Cause right now, it's just see how the water's on there sticking. You know what's going to happen.
Yep, absolutely.
We'll put some snake oil on there. Maybe it'll help us out next time. There's a nice explosion of oil over it. Looks delicious, doesn't it? Almost like a Christmas theme. We're going to get this water to fall right off of here. You ready? Here it goes. the other side done. I think on the other side we'll do the Stars and Stripes touchless stuff. Have you used that before or no?
Yeah, I have that stuff, yep.
Okay, so yeah, so you're familiar with that one. I think on the other side here, I don't think there's probably nearly as heavy a work to do. So this is here. I know that that's not from me after the fact.
Oh, no, yes. Let's
here.
Let's point this out. I apologize. My customer, where I drop my trailer, has a fleet wash company that comes in.
Oh, no.
Right after our truck show in September.
Yeah.
They had just polished the rails on this.
Oh, no.
I parked my trailer to get loaded over the weekend.
Yeah.
And their fleet wash company promptly came in and washed the trailer right next to mine.
And they got on yours and ran down.
It's all on this rail. Yeah, you don't see any on the other side because they washed the trailer.
Yeah.
I hooked up to my trailer after it was loaded to go to Washington, and I was like, what in the world?
Yeah, that is a shame. No, definitely not. That can only be polished out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you up in the front. When I got washed coming out of Oregon,
yeah.
I just grabbed a bottle of hand polish quick to try. And it's
yeah.
weird where the acid stripes are, or the acidity stripes are. It's like vibrant. If you look at it, I'll show you up there.
Oh, really?
I polished like the first 10 feet just by hand because I thought, well, it only takes me 40 minutes to polish the whole rail by hand.
And then
but it wasn't fixing it. I'm going to have to cut it again.
Ooh.
It looks different. You'll see when you get up
yeah,
there.
That's
white
depressing.
streaks are like mirror now.
That's awful.
Yeah. A little different.
A few moments later.
Is this what you're talking about here with the
if you get in the right light, you can see where it was.
Yeah.
That's just a quick hand polish, but all the streaks from the acid are like the different.
They're like more shiny.
Yeah. Pretty wild. So we'll have to cut it again.
Yeah, no, that's
springtime, I guess now.
Well, cutting it goes pretty quick though. I mean, how long does it take you to cut the whole rail of it?
Jared and I did them when we were getting ready for the show.
Yeah.
Last year, I did one side, he did the other.
Yeah.
Like 4 hours to cut and color. If one guy does both sides, it'd take you 8 hours probably. Pretty well all day, taping off the lights and all that.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, that's true.
I didn't do it this year. I let them do it.
Yeah, heck, it's a lot of work. I'm getting into it a little bit. We're gonna get into it more. Jake's been practicing. We've been playing around with it. Yeah, it's like it's like being a coal. It's like being a coal miner. You know, you get the big respirator on, and you want that too. You know, we definitely benefit from being good at it though, because every now and then we mess something up, just with our experiments, and like you never know what's gonna happen for sure. I always tell people to try a small spot first, and I just full send. I full send, and I regret it. I can't wait to get my hands on that truck. Let's find out what's under the hood.
All right.
I want to see. All right. Wow, man, that looks slippery in there. Well, it looks really good, honestly. All that oil just makes this thing look fantastic. Yeah, there is so much oil in there. Wow, yeah, there is oil everywhere.
The bumper down in there, it's pooled on the bottom of it.
Wow. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, man. That is like
this cap. It came off right here.
This
so
was
I popped
the cap
it in.
right here where it came out.
But I put a securement zip tie on there just to be safe till we get home.
Yeah. Look at that oil going on, man. Yeah, so it's dripping out over your steps from the battery box too. Well, it's well protected for wintertime. I don't know.
Sir.
I don't know. We'll get it off of there and then we'll coat you with some snake oil. It'll be a little less greasy.
All right, good deal. Yeah, I think that's a better wax solution.
Yeah, that'll probably be a little better.
Protection.
So we'll use the garden hose foamer on this one just to get it all nice. I think that'll be a good tool. It worked really good on the trailer in that one spot. And here we can actually reach everything with it. So
I think it'll work with the fender.
I think it'll get it, man. Let's put it on there and let's see how it melts off. So this is the debut of this thing for us. This is its chance to shine. MTM Hydro Garden Hose Foamer. It's so quiet.
It is.
12 lumens or heavy? Yeah, we just let it sit on there for a minute and find out. Yeah. So in this one, you have this little like lithium-ion battery in here.
Oh, no kidding.
And we're fully charged. So I've had this. I don't ever really think about charging this thing. I use it constantly.
I was gonna ask, does it foam like the cannons or whatever? Does it give you more of a?
It foams amazing, and the perk of this over either one of the foam cannons, like any of the foam cannons are going to cut probably 12-to-1 at the strongest, whereas this you could just go straight up, you know what I mean, without diluting it. So let's throw a little bit of water in this. So right now we have it to right there. So if we fill it up with water, then we'll be roughly at 4-to-1, 3-to-1 technically, if we want to be scientific. I just passed our hose. What's nice about the battery operated one is normally you would be stuck with, like you would only be able to put like maybe this much liquid, and then you would have to have room for the air.
To the pump, yeah.
So that it can run and have some pressure. But with the pump on there, you can just literally let it rip. So I messed up. The problem is, like, I always do this too. If you put the soap in first and then you add the water, you get so much foam.
Yep.
So much for doing it conservatively.
Conservative, bro. That's my middle name. Oh. So now, let's see how this pressurizes. I was curious to see about getting this wet too. I want to see if we can kill it. All right.
Sounds sad.
It sounds different. So this is probably more like 50-50 because we have all that foam in there taking up room. So let's just do a section, and we'll stop like right here. And we'll just let it bake in there for a little bit right there and just see if it looks any different.
2,000 years later.
You know something's happening when the foam turns colors. Even though we put the soap into the garden hose foamer undiluted, it just has to add water to function.
Right, yeah.
And this one doesn't.
They all have their limitations, right?
Right, so this can't cover as quick of an area, but you're limited to that maximum dilution of 12 to 1.
Yeah, you can see it coming right, it's dripping now, and it's clear right behind it, you know, where it's taking. It's tough.
Yeah.
That degreaser works good, or the heavy duty.
It definitely gets the job done. Yeah. The goal with that one is to get the work done without doing things that are negative, you know?
Yep.
I mean, as much as possible. We never want negativity.
There's enough negativity in the world, guys.
Yeah, there sure is. We don't want to add to
Let's
it.
not have it in the water.
All right, well, heck, let's rinse this thing off, see what we got left here. All right.
I thought you were gonna rinse it with the garden hose.
No, we can't expect that to work. Not unless we were going to scrub it. That is a valid point, Jake. You know, that is a good point. What can we get done with, because once we use this, we're cheating.
Yeah, if we're doing strictly garden hose application and cleanup.
Okay, all right. Well, well, we used the pump sprayer. That's still not cheating.
It's just the idea if you don't have a pressure washer.
Right, we can't use a power washer. That's the whole point. All right, well, you guys got it. Let's use this one. It's already screwed anyway. Try and use this as much as we can. Okay. Seeing what can be accomplished without power washing.
I don't know if this is the right application.
Right.
Well, this is a tall order, right?
Yeah,
There's no question about it.
I don't know if this was the right idea.
Yeah. Hey, we're just trying to see what we can do, you know? We might be able to steam that brush a little bit, you know, just to kind of get a little bit of a degreasing action on there. I mean, if you can afford a $2,500 steamer, then you can probably afford a Ryobi or something for a power washer. Yeah. And what we'll do is we'll rinse it with the garden hose, and then, you know, we'll see what happens. I don't know, man. I'm making this a lot harder than it needs to be. I mean, you know, where we were able to scrub a little bit, you know, it's better. You can still see some rainbow in there, though. You know, there's definitely a lot of oil still. So what I think we'll do is we'll hit it with the foam pump sprayer here for like a little bit more impact. You can see all the oil running off now. We needed that extra kick to mix it stronger, that's for sure.
Heavier blend.
Yeah. So we use this lance because it has the bendy end. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, right? This thing is useful. All right, let's give it the angle then. Here we go. So we got the heavy duty in here going on real good and strong. And I think we got it otherwise though. I don't know, it doesn't really seem to be oily anymore.
I'd say the sheen is pretty much dead from all the oil.
Yeah, not bad.
It's very good.
All right, so roughly, I think we ended up at maybe 2 to 1 or something like that on the heavy duty and the pump sprayer. This much heavy duty, and then we added water, which turned into foam, and then we ended up probably up here before we used a bunch. So like, I think we're at roughly 2 to 1, you know. Yeah, science. Definitely accurate. So that worked out pretty good at that strength, and then the high pressure was needed.
Yeah.
You know, no way that we could have gotten around it without the pressure. I mean, we tried it with the garden hose, but you're limited. You're limited when you get in there with the garden hose. You don't have any power to back you up, you know?
Right, and trying to brush afterwards. And,
oh, heck with that, man, heck with it. Well, I think it'd be fun to see you try and walk and roll with the power washer now. Let's go. Yeah, man.
I'm not used to that kind of pressure anymore.
I think it's hard, man. Look at that stuff swirling around in there. Can you see it? This should be single step touchless. I don't think it's going to keep up with the 2-step approach, but I figured maybe we can do half of the cab with this and the other half with Stars and Stripes just to find out. It can't hurt. Salad cake. You can see all the oils on this one.
Where?
Versus the right mud flap, the passenger side, that's all still foamy. And the top.
Oh yeah, yeah, you know.
Look at the difference there. Snake oil or what? So all we gotta do is, you know, connect to this splitter and then I just aim it down into the snake oil right here. Do you want to clean another spot?
See how there's oil's dripping still?
Yeah, let's hit that up. We've got a little more heavy duty left. I think we want to hit it.
Yeah, you can see it's running out over by that right back there too.
You don't want to be slipping around on these anyway.
Yeah.
We're running out of juice.
Get a whole warehouse of it.
Yeah, we got more of it. All right, we're coming in hot.
Oh yeah, company's running out of the headlight there.
Oh wow. Man, what a disaster. Snake oil is not going to be too noticeable on this because it's already sheeting water really well, but we might as well do it. Oh, when was the last time you did it?
Before our show, so September, I would say.
So a couple months.
Yeah.
It's not holding anything.
It's like doing really good. I mean, we might as well boost it up while we're here, and you know. Plus, we hit pretty hard with the heavy duty on there, so that's going to take it off a little bit. I don't know if it's the snake oil or the motor oil, but that thing is crazy.
Shooting water.
Yeah. I think we're in a good spot to dry it just a little bit here and there, just to see what happens. Let's find out what we've got left on this thing. So let's see here. I don't think we used heavy duty on this.
No, we didn't. Nope, just.
This is just Stars and Stripes on the oil, so we got all of the oil out of there. That's great. On the front here, there's a couple spots that are a little smeary where we can get a little bit better with some awesome sauce. And then over here, this is the side where we did the prototype single step touchless. The single step touchless did really good, Adam.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with it. If we can get a good wash with one step, I'd love that, man. That'd be really, this is really impressive though. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's try, okay, so we've got version 2 of the awesome sauce to play with, because you found that awesome sauce was leaving a little bit of a film.
Yep.
We're gonna try out version 2 versus version 1 and just see if it's a little better. I found it's better on that level, but let's see what you think. V2. So try it out like, I don't know, try out the awesome sauce, the current generation right there. Let's see what we get for film and stuff like that. Like that's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
it's like kind of like that.
Where you're chasing a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, like I always just come back with a second clean one, you know, and then it.
Oh, the dry one will get it.
Yeah.
Let's try this now. So we got V2. Now let's see what this looks like. Notice how it evaporates quicker.
Yeah, it does quicker.
That is an improvement, right? Like less filmy streakiness.
How far back am I
What?
that I'm still using orange stuff?
Orange. Oh, you have the orange stuff?
I still have orange. I
Oh,
must have
that's
had.
detailer. That's not this stuff.
Oh, it's different.
That was discontinued
So,
years ago because of
That's
that.
why, yeah, all right. That's what happens when you only own one truck and you buy a gallon or a couple gallons of it.
The version 2 of the awesome sauce will be a hair better still, but the current generation of awesome sauce is way better than that detailer spray was.
Wasn't that originally called the sauce?
It was
And
originally
orange,
called the sauce, and then we
and then
changed
it
the name
changed
to
to detailer.
Yeah.
I think the gallon that I have now is the detailer one.